All right, so I'm here with...
Hello, Mets. I'm
And in the back.
It's Cammy.
And then that guy.
Hey, man.
fantastic.
So we just saw Smile, which I was sleeping on because the trailers and the posters weren't that interesting, but that was really fucking good.
Oh, it was really good. Not a lot of jump scares get me, and these, even though I could tell they were going to happen, still got me.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
It was sort of, you were saying it was kind of like It Follows.
Yeah.
It is.
I got like a Drag Me to Hell vibe and
Kind of like Sinister in the story.
some of that too.
You know, like you have to watch the horrible thing happen, and then it happens to you, and then you're like, oh.
The Ring as well. I got because even when she goes, there's like one scene where he goes to see the dude who's the guy who Daredevil always has to get information from in the Netflix series. He was the only one who survived, and it felt a lot like the scene in The Ring where he went to Brian Cox's house and Brian Cox told them like the whole backstory on what happened.
It was very cool because you absolutely. Hello, I am in the.
How did that guy not die?
You
in the
absolutely.
movie?
Yeah, right?
You absolutely expect. I don't know how far are we going play by
Oh no,
play.
we
Or am I
don't have to go
spoilers
play by
right
play.
away?
We'll just give people an
Great.
overview of it.
You fully expect. So that bit is she figures out he's the only one in the what's it called, the chain of suicides to have murdered someone instead, and he's still alive. He's in jail, of course, but he's still alive. And so she goes and visits him, and he's like, you gotta kill somebody. Like, it feeds off of trauma. The whole point is, as long as, well, he did specify
Just like
there
the
has to be a
internet.
witness. Well, yes, that too. There needs to be a
He's
witness.
definitely at a 5150 hold at this
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's
And
going
so you
anywhere else.
fully expect that she's gonna go and kill, and it looks like she's going to as well, but that doesn't.
Yeah, so basically
Pushes out.
the crux of this
She
movie...
pussies out.
Yeah, the crux of this movie is that it's like a sickness, and they see a smiling person, a creepy smiling person, and I just had like a puff of smoke.
You know what's
hit me.
funny is, like, when I was sitting there, I saw the vape smoke come up, and I was like, what fucking asshole is vaping in the theater? And then you're like, oh, come
This
down to
fucking
this
asshole.
road.
It's me.
So it was this dude's first directing job,
Okay.
and I was really impressed. And Cammy, I was going to see if you noticed this. Did you notice in the beginning how precise the camera work was and how everything was angular?
That was something...
Until she starts to get more into it, then it becomes more soft focus and like shapeless. I thought that was really cool. And the guy, the bartender,
Ross,
the bartender,
one of the only good Ross I've ever met. No,
he told us to take a look in the background for
like smiles.
for smiles, and there was a bunch of like subliminal smiles in there, which I thought was really fucking cool. So yeah, man.
But he also pointed out the camera angles and the cinematography.
Yeah.
I always mention Midsommar because I can't help it, but
I need to
the
watch that
upside
still.
down camera, I was like, they did that a lot.
I like the upside.
I thought it was like turning a frown upside down almost is what I was getting from it, was
That could
making
be.
a smile. Yeah, it was fucked up, and it was actually like scary. Like Metz was sitting next to me and grabbed my arm a couple times, and I was like, wait a minute.
I'm not easily scared. Yeah.
Did you get scared?
Yeah, I was scared, like anything
I
that
thought-
runs and jumps.
I thought he was scared, and then you had to like hold on to him, like
No.
No, when we were walking out, you were like, I didn't know you couldn't get
I got
scared.
scared during the psychosis part. So I was like, oh, they got it. Exactly. It's not as menacing or as creepy, but you're still questioning your sanity the entire time. You're like, oh man, I'm not exactly here, and I'm not sure if I was talking to that person or not. But you know what? It felt real. I'm going to roll
Yeah, the
with it.
blackouts definitely was like, oh, hey.
So everyone in this car has some form of mental illness, so that's good.
the smile, when I
almost
wanted to
brought on my
see
drug
it.
use.
Yeah, when I
Mine's
saw
temporary.
Smile, I thought of every time I'm on shrooms when you get that grin. And
Yeah, so did I. It's annoying.
yeah, it is. And the whole time I was like, do I look like that? Do I fucking look like that?
Yep.
I was thinking about how that's like before I discovered before I discovered metal, that was my default facial expression in photos.
Was the creepy smile?
Was that creepy smile? Like I lowered my head into the eyes and everything. Like that was like my default. I can show you.
She wants to sell me bath soap.
Yeah, bath salts. It's gonna eat my
Bath
face.
soap.
And it was actually like
20% off Mr. Scrub and Bubbles. And stuff
there was actually some
advertising.
solid gore in it too.
Yeah.
You know,
It wasn't overwhelming.
It was, yeah.
which was good. Because as much as I know I've established fully at this point, as much as I love gore, it can be overdone.
yeah, and this was more psychological.
And this was like perfect.
And do you know who the main actress was?
No.
That's Kevin
looked familiar.
Bacon and Kira Sedgwick's daughter.
I thought
Okay, it
so. When I
said
saw her
Sosie
last
Bacon,
name, I was
yeah.
like, is she related to
yeah,
Kevin Bacon?
I was like, oh shit.
But then I
Yeah,
also
she
saw
said
that like
word.
the cast director or whatever was Mikkelsen was the last name. I was like, nah.
Who else? It was the other guy was from A Train from The Boys, played her fiance, And then the dude from like
I was expecting him to run away,
yeah,
like as fast as he could.
and
He
run
did, from that relationship.
yeah, wouldn't you too? And then the other oh, you're getting popcorn all
Sorry.
over my car.
I can find it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. With the die has been cast. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what's the consensus here on this one?
It's good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. Liked
I
it.
definitely did enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah.
When they were in the house, or when she was in the house, it reminded me a lot of Layers of Fear. I know I bring that up all the fucking time,
Mhm.
but, as you have that mind-bending aspect, you have the suicide aspect.
Yeah.
I like that they went from her finding the body to her having found her still living mother who
Yeah.
was, like, already overdosed, like, halfway.
That whole thing was fucked up
That
too.
was neat.
But,
It was fucked, though.
Like I said, like when I mentioned Sinister earlier,
Mhm.
I think it does kind of follow almost this same exact narrative, like flow and
I'll have to
everything
watch
about
it.
how everything, like basically almost how the movie verbatim
Yeah.
goes.
Well,
It does kind of.
Sinister's the one where he finds the films with the families.
Films, but
Okay, yeah.
and as he digs deeper, this escalates and escalates and escalates, and he seems crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you're kind of vindicated because he's like, "Hey, yeah, Detective So and So, yeah, I found out that this is kind of connected." And if they do the exact thing that you just did at the
And
end
they-
of the movie,
and I
it
like-
happens to you, and
Yeah.
he's like,
Kind of made me think of Oculus a little bit too.
Yes.
Mhm.
I actually just saw that for the first time not too long
Oh,
ago,
word?
and that was really good.
Yeah, the sister was on point. She
Mhm.
was no nonsense. She did her research.
She was the girl
Yeah.
from Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
The
Which
one that plays Nebula.
Nebula, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
yep.
hell yeah.
Mhm. Karen Gillan.
Right.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
utilized.
I didn't see that one until recently, and I was like, wow, this is really
I haven't
fucking
seen
good.
it still.
But this one, it does have that It Follows kind of vibe to it, where they're able to trace it back that it's the same thing over
Yeah.
and over again.
Because her one friend's a cop, Joel, and implied to
Mhm.
be former paramour.
Yeah.
I just like that word. But she's like, all right, look up this. Sorry, popcorn. She's like, look up this suicide, and it's like, oh wow, that's strange. He also witnessed a suicide,
Mhm.
and then it's like, oh well, she also witnessed a suicide. And, all right, and then he like traces it back like 20 cases,
Yeah.
which is how they find the dude who's still alive. But
Mhm. No, I thought it
It was
was
just
really,
really
I thought it was
neat,
really
yeah.
cool. I mean, and it was like you have to make a huge mess of the person you kill.
Mhm. Yeah,
Again,
you gotta traumatize.
Yeah,
them.
you got to traumatize the other person. I thought it was really well done. Again, the fact that it was this is another one of these movies this year where all these fucking cool horror movies are coming out.
Mhm.
I haven't seen Terrifier 2 yet, but everybody was saying, what are you whispering back there about me? No, I liked it a lot. I thought it was extremely well made, and yeah, I think the trailers and the posters for this did it no fucking justice whatsoever because it was
Do
really
you think
well
that
done.
was in an on purpose way where it's like we're not going to reveal anything? Or
No,
was it
because
like,
the trailer gave away like creepy smiling.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
see like during the Major League playoffs? They were
I just saw those people walking out.
Oh.
I was like, if you fucking smile, no. I'm
so
not, I'm
as a marketing thing,
Man.
as a marketing thing, they just had people standing behind home plate in the things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no
saw
fucking
that. I
thank
thought They
you.
were just on drugs.
Yeah, no, and apparently it was all part of the thing. I was like, that's fucking funny, you know?
That's funny, but that's the wrong city to do that in because everyone
That's a
would
good
just be
point.
like, they're on really good drugs.
Yeah.
And it's-
What did you notice about the movie, The Prison? You said something was in PA.
Well, the whole movie took place
Oh,
in New
no,
Jersey,
because,
and
like,
it was in Altoona.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
Altoona. I was like, that's in PA. That's a fucking hike.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is a fucking.
Jersey
I
to
said the
Altoona.
same
That's a
thing.
hike from
I was like,
here
that's
to
a way-
Altoona.
I mean, it's only like an hour and a half.
'Cause the
I
movie-
passed it on my way to
The movie takes
Pittsburgh.
place in New Jersey. I noticed
Mhm.
the license plates right away, and I was like, okay, where was this shot? I kind of got like a Trenton
Of course,
vibe.
it's like
Mhm.
Central PA where all
Yeah.
this shit.
That hell would happen in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
I'm
all the
Well,
movies in
it
America.
also
I'm
happened
from
in
New
Brazil.
Jersey.
I know.
Oh yeah, and it also happened in Brazil too. So,
I'm way too paranoid.
but I mean, they could make more of these. I love the fucking.
City of God happened in Brazil.
That's right. I just love the fucking monster at the end, like
Mhm.
ripping her jaw off.
I
That was-
swear I saw that in a meme.
Almost-
The creature itself looked like that.
It's
the
definitely a
creepypasta.
screenshot from like
Yeah.
a game or a creepypasta, definitely.
Yeah, like it was at like Jake the Killer or something like that.
Jeff
What-
the Killer?
Jeff the Killer,
Jeff
is that
the
what it
Killer
was?
had the smile.
Yeah,
where they,
Jeff the
like,
Killer
cut the
did have
lips
the
off or
smile
something,
here,
but
let me
like
show
the
you.
actual like structure of the body of the creature looked.
It
like
looked a lot like
creepypasta thing.
Grave Encounters. You ever see that movie Grave Encounters,
Yeah.
where the thing
It
comes
looks like
out?
something off of the SCP.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
just
it's
like
like
the idea of it putting its head inside of her mouth.
This is Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, was the Jeff the Killer
He
thing.
gets it.
You called him.
What did I call
Was
him?
it Jake or
Jake
Jack
the Killer.
or something?
Jake
Oh
the
my
Killer.
god.
Jake
The
from
snake killer?
Yeah, from
Jake is just like
from
Jesus' brother's
From State
Jeff.
Farm. So yeah, no, I really liked it. If you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend going to check it out. Yeah, any closing thoughts?
That was good shit.
All right.
Captures
This-
the kind of distorted lens of psychosis really well. The end kind of finishes off like like your normal horror movie, but that does kind of give you a break from how jarring it is in the first half or so.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I like, again, there are a bunch of jump scares in it, but at no point is it like annoying like a Paranormal Activity
There are
movie.
only
Oh,
like
the thing
3
with
or
the
4.
neck,
It's really
her
that was
sister's
sick.
neck.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking love that.
So
that
wait,
was
hold
the
on. We left out the fact that when everything starts happening, their cat goes missing.
No
Mustache.
fucking mustache.
And then
Mustache.
she goes to a birthday party for her nephew, who looks like Ben, who built all of our puppets.
By the way, as soon as this motherfucker, the kid, takes the fucking present down, I'm like, oh, it's
It's the cat.
I said, I was like, it's not the train. You said it's the cat. I was like, oh, it's the
I knew it
fucking
was
cat.
the
You're
cat,
fucking.
too.
Yeah, the kid opens up
They
his
wouldn't have foreshadowed
the
it.
kid opens up his birthday present in front of everybody, and it's a dead fucking cat.
I thought it was gonna be the cat's head because
That-
that happened
yeah.
in Fear with Mark Wahlberg.
technically.
That's right. So.
And then and it's in front of all these children and families
Yeah, it
and
was
shit
the
like that.
7th birthday party.
And Cal Penn is in the movie as her boss,
that's right.
Kumar.
Yeah.
Ironic, okay, in a movie about where people kill themselves, in his last role as a doctor, he killed himself as.
At
Oh,
first,
that's right,
for a
on
second,
House.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say he
Mainly
himself.
because they could not figure out a way to eloquently write him out in less than 2 episodes because he took a
Christ.
job writing for
Obama.
doing
Yeah.
for Obama. Yeah.
Yep. Remember when he was in
That's
Super?
hell of a way to quit.
He was
Right.
he was the 4th listed person in Superman Returns, but he doesn't have a single line in the movie.
No
Yeah?
way.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yep. These people are just walking
What
by.
about
I know,
Donald
I'm
Glover
sorry,
in
I'm
the
so-
Endgame. He said like 4
I
lines.
love
Oh, yeah.
$500,000.
Yep.
Donald Glover deserves $500,000. I'm sorry, I love him.
So, yeah, all right.
Some really good
I guess
shit
we
happening.
can wrap this up here, but I recommend you going to see Smile. You recommend it?
yeah,
Everybody
that was pretty
recommends it?
solid.
Yeah.
It was actually
Guys in a clapped out Honda next to us recommend it.
but it was actually scary. It was nice to
It
see a
was
scary
genuinely-
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not in a way that pissed me off. More like, I don't know, how do I word this? It's my after effects, like how I'm staring at everybody and whatnot, is like similar to how Invisible Man made me feel.
Yes,
But,
Invisible Man too.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, that fucking movie, that fucked me up. But like now I'm like watching. I'm like, those people in the car better just like pull out and leave.
Yep.
I'm gonna
The one-
smile at everyone.
Just smile at-
starting tomorrow.
yeah.
I might.
Did this movie do okay? Like,
no, because
no.
they'll think you're a server. Or
You
something.
kept
Oh.
smiling at me, and I kept freaking my shit out.
Wait, during the movie?
Yeah, and he has
That's
this Asian
hysterical.
face, and it's just even.
He has
scarier.
this Asian face.
What does that mean?
That's like a new villain? Like, you know how there's Chainsaw Head or whatever, your Asian
Yeah, in
face?
the first Fast and Furious, man. No one knows that guy's name, but it
Yeah.
is Asian. He's got a face, bro.
Asian face.
And in that,
Yeah.
go?
I saw it, nude. He kept doing it.
It's
You
like
needed to see
that's
it.
like a Dick
That
Tracy
movie-
villain. They're like there's
Asian face.
Asian face.
Maybe I'll send you the
It's like a
picture.
villain in maybe John Wayne's world.
There you go.
Oh my god.
No, John Wayne played Mongolian.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and
Poorly.
everyone involved in that movie got cancer because they
What?
filmed it in an
Oh, yeah.
A-bomb testing
I
facility.
remember hearing
So
about this.
every person involved with that movie died of some form of cancer. Yeah, John Wayne plays
I mean, but how
Asian.
many of them really died of cancer? You know, because they they just get like belly
Pardon?
sickness or whatever, and it's like, don't take milk of magnesia, and then the autopsy happens when they die, and you're like, oh well, it turns out he's also riddled with cancer his entire
well,
time.
Yeah,
there's
John
that.
Wayne had like miles and miles of fucking yeah. All right. He had like all this undigested meat in his system when he died
Oh?
too. It's like, oh my god. Like a fucking boot and a license
here,
plate, like his
similar
jaws.
energy.
Yeah, you're
I'm looking
smiling.
to tell
Yeah.
on my hands,
You
it's
order
fine.
stuff up,
I found the pictures I was talking about earlier where my default facial expression in photos was just like that, the smile with like the downturn. Like,
We lost the light again. Oh well.
Production.
Production. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap this up.
Goodbye.
Any closing words?
It's hot in here. But
It
not
is
a
hot in
sexy
here. It
way.
is.
Not in a sexy way, no.
Yeah.
All right,
See you on
guys.
your windows, dude.
Thank you. Checked out the movie.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.